Ladies and gentlemen, as we stand on the threshold of a new year, I invite you to take a deep breath and reflect. The world is louder than it's ever been, buzzing with opinions, distractions, and demands. But let me tell you this, the year 2025 is not the year for noise, it's the year for clarity. And the most powerful way to gain clarity is to focus solely on yourself. The first principle I want you to embrace in 2025 is this: own your lane and master your craft. This is not just a call to focus, it's a call to focus. It's a call to dedicate yourself fully to your unique journey. Too often, we find ourselves distracted by the lives of others. Social media, conversations, and comparisons have a way of making us believe we're falling behind. You scroll through someone's feed and see their promotion, their achievements, their so-called perfect life, and suddenly you question your own progress. But let me remind you, life is not a race, it's a marathon, and everyone runs at their own pace. When I say own your lane, I mean stop looking sideways. Imagine driving on a busy highway. If you keep checking the cars in the other lanes, you'll lose focus on your own path, and before you know it, you might swerve off course. It's the same in life. Every moment spent comparing yourself to someone else is a moment stolen from your own growth. 2025 is your opportunity to stay in your lane and commit to becoming the best version of yourself. Ask yourself this: what is my craft? What is my gift? What is the one thing I can work on every single day to become a master? Mastery doesn't come overnight. It's not the result of sporadic efforts or chasing trends. It comes from consistent, deliberate practice. It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's about saying, I'm going to do this work, not because it's easy, not because it's popular, but because it's meaningful to me. Think about the greats, the athletes, the artists, the entrepreneurs who inspire us. They didn't achieve excellence by dabbling in everything or chasing after the latest trend. They chose their lane and they dedicated their lives to mastering it. Michael Jordan didn't become a basketball legend by worrying about football or baseball. He focused on his craft day in and day out until his name became synonymous with greatness. In 2025, I challenge you to adopt the same mindset. Take the time to identify your lane. What is the area where you can make the most impact? Once you've identified it, commit to it wholeheartedly. Dive deep into learning. Read books, take courses, find mentors, and immerse yourself in the process of growth. But let me also caution you, mastery isn't glamorous. It's not about the shiny trophies or the applause. It's about the long hours of practice, the small unseen victories, and the moments when you push through even when no one else is watching. It's about discipline, the kind of discipline that says, I will do this work, not because I feel like it, but because I made a promise to myself. And here's the beautiful thing about staying in your lane and mastering your craft: your progress will speak for itself. You won't need to announce your success or seek validation from others because your work will do the talking. Excellence is always noticed. Mastery is always respected. So as you move through 2025, remember this: the most significant competition you face is not with the person next to you, it's with the version of yourself you were yesterday. Your job is not to beat others, it's to surpass yourself. Own your lane, master your craft, and let the world see what happens when someone commits fully to their purpose. In 2025, your habits will either be the foundation of your success or the chains that keep you bound. But here's the question: are you building habits that serve you, or are you building habits that serve your ego? So often we fall into the trap of creating routines to impress others, to gain external validation, to show the world that we're doing something, but real transformation happens when you stop focusing on impressing others and start focusing on strengthening yourself. Let's take a moment and think about the habits we develop. It's easy to get caught up in doing things because they look good on the surface: posting your morning workout on social media, ticking off tasks just for the sake of appearing busy, or engaging in activities because everyone else is doing them. But I want you to ask yourself, do these habits genuinely contribute to your growth? Or are they simply a way to craft a persona for others to admire? It's time to be honest with yourself. The habits you build should not be about creating a facade or crafting a perfect image. The work you put in, the routines you develop, the discipline you create, these things should be about one thing and one thing only: strengthening the person you are, not the image you project. Real strength, the kind that lasts, comes from the inside. It's built in the quiet moments when no one is watching. It's in the decision to wake up early to work on yourself, not to brag about it later, but because you know that those extra hours of focus make you a better version of yourself. It's in choosing the harder path, the one that takes patience and persistence, knowing that the rewards will come, but they won't be instant or flashy. You have the power to design your day, your week, your year. And in that design, you need to prioritize habits that nurture your growth habits that align with your values, your purpose, your mission. For instance, if you're trying to get healthier, don't just commit to working out because it's trendy or because you think others will notice. Do it because you want to feel strong, because you want to live a longer, fuller life. If you're focused on personal development, don't do it because it's the thing to do or because everyone else is reading that new book. Do it because you want to become wiser, more skilled, more equipped to handle the challenges life will throw your way. When you build habits for yourself and not for the praise of others, you begin to notice something incredible. You become free. You no longer feel the weight of comparison. You no longer feel the need to prove anything to anyone. You simply live your truth day by day, building habits that make you stronger, more capable, and more fulfilled. So, how do you begin? Start small. Pick one habit that aligns with who you want to become, not who you think others want you to be. If you want to be a better leader, maybe you start by investing time in listening to others more deeply. If you want to improve your health, maybe you begin by cutting out that one thing that's been holding you back, whether it's late night snacking, skipping your workouts, or something else. The key is consistency. Remember, no habit is too small if it contributes to your growth. Whether it's taking 10 minutes each morning for quiet reflection, committing to writing every day, learning a new skill, or choosing healthier meals, you are building the foundation for a stronger you. And when you invest in yourself, the impact will be far more powerful than any temporary praise or validation you receive from the outside world. When you shift the focus from impressing others to strengthening yourself, you begin to live with purpose, clarity, and integrity. You stop chasing after things that don't truly serve you, and you start walking a path that's uniquely yours. It's not about having the perfect image. It's about creating a life that reflects your true potential. So in 2025, make the commitment to build habits that will strengthen you physically, mentally, and emotionally. Choose the habits that serve your future self, not the ones that feed your ego or fuel the desires of the crowd. In doing so, you'll not only transform your life, but you'll set an example for others of what true strength and growth look like. In the journey of life, challenges are inevitable. No one, no matter how successful, escapes them. In fact, the path to growth is often paved with obstacles, setbacks, and moments of struggle. But here's the powerful truth: challenges are not the roadblocks to your success. They are the stepping stones to it. If you want to unlock your fullest potential in 2025, you must learn to turn every challenge into a catalyst for growth. That means shifting your mindset from one that views challenges as obstacles to one that sees them as opportunities for development, strength, and progress. The first step in this transformation is recognizing that challenges are a natural part of life. They are not random or unfair, and they certainly are not a sign that you're on the wrong path. Instead, they are indicators that you're pushing boundaries, stepping outside your comfort zone, and growing in ways you can't yet see. Think about the toughest moments in your life. When you look back at those times, I'm sure you'll realize that the greatest lessons, the most profound growth, didn't come from the easy days. It came from the struggles, the failures, and the moments when you felt like giving up. It was in those moments that you discovered your true strength. When we face challenges, our instinct might be to retreat, to protect ourselves, or to avoid the discomfort. It's human nature to seek safety and security, but real growth comes when we push through that discomfort. Think about how fire forges metal. The metal is heated, beaten, and shaped under intense pressure and heat until it becomes something new, something stronger, something more valuable. The same is true for us. Challenges are the heat and pressure that forge our strength and character. So how do you turn challenges into catalysts for growth in 2025? It begins with a shift in perspective. Instead of seeing challenges as something to fear or avoid, begin to see them as invitations to grow. Ask yourself, what is this challenge teaching me? How can I use this situation to become stronger, wiser, or more resilient? Every time life presents a challenge, it's offering you a chance to level up. But only if you're willing to embrace the lesson, face the discomfort, and grow from the experience. Take, for example, the challenge of failure. Failure can feel crushing, especially when we've poured our hearts and souls into something. It can be hard to bounce back from the disappointment and hurt. But what if instead of viewing failure as a defeat, you saw it as the greatest teacher you could have? The most successful people in the world are not those who never fail. They're the ones who have failed. They're the ones who have failed the most, but who learn from those failures and use them to propel themselves forward. Failure is not the end of the road. It's just a bend in the journey. Failure teaches us what doesn't work so we can refine our approach and try again, better, stronger, and more equipped than before. If you view failure this way, you'll stop fearing it and start welcoming it as a tool for growth. Then there are the challenges that come from unexpected setbacks. Maybe you didn't get the promotion you wanted, or a project didn't go as planned, or you faced a personal loss that made you question everything. These setbacks can feel overwhelming, but they also present opportunities for deep reflection and transformation. In moments of setback, we are given the space to reassess our priorities, to reimagine our goals, and to reconnect with what truly matters. These moments of pause, no matter how painful, allow us to recalibrate our paths and emerge with renewed focus. In the face of setbacks, ask yourself, what is this challenge showing me about my character? What can I learn from this experience that will make me stronger? The more you can embrace setbacks as opportunities to reflect, adjust, and grow, the more empowered you will feel when they arise. Then there's the challenge of fear. Fear can paralyze us, keep us stuck, and prevent us from pursuing our dreams. But what if fear wasn't something to avoid or conquer, but something to embrace? Fear is often a sign that you're on the brink of something new, something big. Fear signals that you're stepping out of your comfort zone, and that is exactly where growth happens.